Welcome back to their second video for this Friday morning. And of course, this is a little shorter than usual, but it's all about the Royals. It's our palate cleanser and what everybody's been up to. So let's just jump in and cover it, shall we? Let's go. We're starting off with Secret Weapon Sophie. At the beginning of the month, she went to the REME Museum to help them celebrate their 82nd birthday. For those of you who don't know, in 2022, Duchess of Edinburgh was appointed the Corps' Colonel-in-Chief. And of course, this is just one of several military appointments that she holds. Now, an annual competition is held by Sophie where her affiliated regiments and corps from the UK and Canada compete against each other in a series of challenges. This year, it was held at the Mod Linum in honor of the Corps' birthday, which was October 1st. So Sophie saw the teams of personnel from each of the different regiments and corps compete in tasks, including recovery, shooting, obstacles, and of course, she did a museum tour. She was able to see Princess Marina's brooch and the conspicuous gallantry cross, which was made possible by the National Lottery Heritage Fund. She was able basically to just, look around at everything. She also, since the REME team won this year's competition, she was there to present the trophy to the winners. There is absolutely nothing about this woman that I don't love. Whew. All right, let's move on to Princess Anne. Let's talk about Anne now, who showed up in a British staple, a trench coat with the scarf that we know she got as a Christmas gift. Anyway, she showed up at a bedmaker's Yorkshire farm. She wore her coat over she was wearing a double-breasted jacket. And she got to see the animals and, where these people are getting the the sheep and the flax and how they make it for the mattress fillings. Princess Anne learned all about their sustainable farming practices. And once she was done there, and we know that she had to meet some of the sheep that were on the farm, then she was taken on a tour of the manufacturing site with the Lord Lieutenant of West Yorkshire, Mr. Ed Anderson, where she talked about the craftsmanship behind their luxury beds and mattresses. She also got to see a live demonstration of the traditional hand stitching. Can you believe? I didn't know that anybody hand stitched mattresses anymore. Tape edging and tufting techniques, which the business has been championing for 180 years. Unbelievable. Now, when she got inside, she actually took off the outer coat and put on I guess it was like a scarf around her shoulders. It must have been pretty cold there. So Simon Spinks, who is the chairman of this company, Harrison Spinks, was very happy, obviously. He was very prideful that Princess Anne came by and stated, and I'm quoting, "We are deeply honored and grateful to welcome Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal, to our farm and factory. And we thank her for taking time to learn about our sustainable practices, meeting with our hardworking team." And then, for those of you who don't know, she presented the King's Award for Sustainable Development, which is a big privilege. Very sweet. The guy said, sustainability is at the core of everything we do. So having the Princess Royal present us with this award and taking the time to learn how we continue to push the boundaries of what it means to be sustainable has really been a special day for the entire team. And he also said that the recognition reflects the team's unwavering commitment to sustainability at every stage of the production, from the farm to the final product. Well, I can understand why they're so proud. Now, when they were done with this, Anne wasn't finished. She then went to visit the University of Leeds. She was there to attend the 300th anniversary, I think it's pronounced the Smithsonian Lunch. Unfortunately, there's no other pictures from the lunch, but what I liked was the fact that Anne took off her jacket, she took off her scarf, and you were actually able to see the double-breasted suit that she was wearing underneath. We know, for those of you who don't know, that Anne is a very big proponent of British fashion, and she pushes it every chance she gets, just like Catherine does. I just love her. I love her sense of style, and I love the fact that she's so hardworking. Now, we're going to come back to Anne in a little bit, but first, we're going to move on to something else. Let's move on. He's not a working royal, but he's still a royal. Prince Andrew, for those of you who don't know, King Charles decided to strip him of his security detail, and that is happening this week. That decision was made by King Charles, and it's taking place like November 1st. So by the time you're seeing this, the security detail is gone. Now, it's being reported that that was done to try to force Andrew's hand to move out of the property, but so far, Andrew's not budging. All right, let's move on. Moving on really quickly, for those of you who don't know, next year, starting March 13th and going all the way through to November 30th, there's going to be an exhibition of never before seen royal fashion. It will be at Kensington Palace. It's called Dress Codes. And it takes another look at the inner workings of the British royal family. In other words, they're looking like, for instance, this dress you're looking at above was worn by Princess Elizabeth. It's called the Liberty Print Floral Dress. So it shows how the clothing evolved over centuries and decades with the likes of Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth, and of course, Princess Diana. Now, one of the interesting things that's going to be on display is what you see above. It's Queen Victoria's black bodice. She apparently wore this in the early years after Prince Albert's death. They even have on display the polka dot dress that Dame Vivienne Westwood wore to Buckingham Palace to get her damehood. Hey, yeah, be interesting to see all those outfits. Moving on. And finally, we're going back to Princess Anne. This is what I love. The royal family's official Twitter account, or official X account, formerly Twitter, has placed the spotlight on Princess Anne as one of the hardest working royals. They show all kinds of things that she's done. And I love the fact that she's getting the recognition. Just so you don't forget, in 2023, she carried out 457 engagements, which is more than one per day. She often carries out multiple engagements in one day. She carried out 172 engagements in the first quarter of 2024, which is almost double the number of any other working royal. And she also took on foreign state duties. Normally, that would be, done by the king when she traveled to the Netherlands because of the cancer. I love her. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Hit the like and the subscribe button and the bell for all notifications. Then go down into the description box where you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, a physical address, my Patreon, which is currently paused, and my Amazon wish list. For those of you who have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.